Go ahead. Alright, basically we're going to try and vacuum out as much fluid as we can before we remove this rear bleeder, so you'll see. I've already removed most of the fluid, but you'll see some keeps coming out. Here's the old bleeder. Just keep it going. Put the new one right in. This is not dripping. The front calipers were pouring fluid out. It's a slightly different elevation on the back here. This is the bleeder. Gonna insert this. Install this bleeder. Basically, you know, it's a piece of cake. Just screws right into stock threads. Makes it seal at the bottom to the opening. Your new ball valve is in the top portion of this, and that's what you start to bleed from now. So we start her up, get her on, 10mm wrench. Plenty of meat on there, double nuts to get it nice. And now you're ready to start speed bleeding with your top portion here. Alright, so basically what we're going to do is you got to turn this thing, if you turn it a half turn, it'll bleed like a normal speed bleeder. But to use a vacuum or a mighty vac or whatever you're using to help get yourself going, you turn this a turn and a half. Watch, ready? Here it goes. You're going to see it start sucking through now. There it goes. See all the fluid coming out? Now I'm watching the reservoir. Cut it off. Alright. Alright, we got Marco pumping the brakes. Turn the Stahlbus bleeder. Half turn. And you'll see the fluid begins to come only one direction. See it going down that tube? Only one way. So we're going to go ahead and do this until we're at our appropriate level in the reservoir. We're good? Let me know. That's it. Done. Alright, the Stahlbus speed bleeder got installed here. Just made sure it was tight in its place. You don't put too much torque on this top piece here, but you loosen it about a half turn, and it'll allow the ball valve in there to function properly. So once it hits the point where it'll work, you'll see, now you're going to see this hose fill up with fluid and inch up every time as I press it, but not suck back in. That's the valve working one way correctly. This is how your Stahlbus system functions to bleed your brakes as a speed bleeder. You can see it, there it goes. And we'll tighten it up. Alright, we're going to bleed the furthest caliper now. And get this wrench on the drain valve portion of this here. Basically, you've got to turn this thing a half turn to allow it to bleed. So I'm going to turn this one half turn, like that. Go ahead, Marco, start pumping.
Okay.
Tighten this up. Crack that beast loose a little bit. Go ahead, start pumping, Marco. There it comes. Inching its way out. How are we doing on fluid? Just close this off. Not too much torque there. Thumbs up. Quarter turn. You see pump. Bubbles coming out. Quarter turn is all it takes. And you'll see it pushing through every pump. We got Marco on the brake bleeding up there, pumping away. How's the fluid, Marco?
Good.
I'm not seeing any more bubbles come out.
Just got one in there.
Yeah, that one, that's fine if it's chilling there. I don't mind that. I'm going to tighten it back up. Alright, guys.